You know, there's a secret in your birthday to courage, and courage leads to love. Are you ready to find out the truth? I have the answer. You too can find the truth if you dare. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.
Soul Garden. Live, love, be.
Good morning! From my smartphone to yours, I'm Caston Love. Here from the Serious Joy Garden Studios in Costa Mesa, California. Mercury is retrograde, and it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Good morning and Namaste, and welcome to Namaste today. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. My modality is psychic astrology, and my mission is to give you a little 7-minute conscious meal every day called Namaste today. I bow to the God I see in you. Namaste, my friends. This webisode is for Friday, April 29th, 2016. Today, the Great Human Walk has reached the Grandmaster step of Step 10, Taurus. Today, the ruling planet is Earth herself, and I'm giving it the title Grand Fertility. Indeed, grand in a big way, an Egyptian way almost. And hello, my friends. So nice to see you. Well, in Lightwalker news, Mercury is retrograde. So is the dumbass, Mars. So these are two significant parts that usually push humankind. Humans usually push with their ego or their minds are pushing. What God is saying is, not now, you're not. Our egos won't be pushing until June 30th again, so we're getting really deflated. And our minds won't be pushing for about 3 weeks. In fact, I don't have the exact date here. Darn, I'll just blame Mercury retrograde for that. So everyone is feeling inside out. If you're feeling kind of strange, you're in the right place. We are changing who we are, and we're going to talk about that in today's Megascope. But first, a shout out to my new beautiful star on the web, SeriousJoy.tv. We are creating a community of light, and I invite you down. Leave your mark, leave your comment. If you have comments about the show, I'd prefer you leave it there. And I do have free Namaste Today there every day. And for those who are serious about their joy, we have a subscription to other videos and stuff in the back. But come on down and say hi. I like to see the faces of people that watch me. And I know by the numbers, many people are watching different places. So if you can this weekend, stop on by. So without further ado, let me take 3 breaths and bring some spiritual advice for you. What I do in these 3 breaths is connect to my guides, and they usually tell me, literally they communicate in planets to me like, oh, no, look at this planet, blah. And I go, okay. Okay, so actually I think it's going to be a fantastic weekend. I think today should be feeling very pleasant and very spring-like. We're reaching we're turning a corner now. And although there's a lot to rethink, and although there's a lot to react on or reconsider in your actions, something very magnificent is growing, which is a new version of you. This is the newest and greatest version of you you've ever created so far. I know that from where the planets are, and I know that applies to anyone who's watching this, because the universe has simply expanded since you were younger. It simply offers more. You couldn't be this far until now by nature of the architecture of incarnation. And if you're watching this, I think you're one of the farthest. You're out there, man. You're on the bleeding edge if you're watching my show. So this weekend, you're really building a foundation for the next chapter, okay? And your emotions will be very detached. You're going to feel very, I don't give a crap. You'll actually not care about a lot of stuff. And that's the moon in Aquarius for those astro goodies out there. But so you'll feel detached, you won't care. And really what you want to be feeling is the big picture, feeling where you're going. What your heart is doing is laying down and planting and planting and planting. Today, Step 10 Taurus rules the day. Taurus is Step 10. So This weekend, you are loving and protecting. That's what 10 is. Love and protect. You are loving and protecting what you want to grow. Step 11, it starts to come into some integrity on Saturday. And on Sunday, step 12, that's when you have a little sprout. Bloop! Little sprout comes up from what you're doing. So you have a sprout that will come out. Now, what is this? This is some sort of something you're manifesting. Job, house, relocation, career, that's where my Sensei service can help you, is where is it happening. But you're manifesting somewhere today in your life something that's important to you. And what's really interesting is it's tied to a new version of your character. So it's a statue of you. It's a representation of you. Whatever you're creating has a lot of you in it. Huge you, to quote Bernie Sanders. And Venus is at step 29, Aries. So we're putting the final touches on the I am statement. You're putting the final touches on who you are, who you're not, what you will be, what you don't. I don't know if you guys heard that. You're also at the same time trying to stay integrity with all the things you want to be and not falling out of balance. So there's a little bit of a balancing act where you really just kind of want to make sure each of your little birds gets a worm. When I say bird, I mean each of the parts of yourself that you're growing. You want to make just sure they all get a little attention from you this weekend. But you might get tested in the sense of trying to be there for all your kids and can't. When I say kids, I mean the parts of yourself that you're growing. I really think that you need to focus on yourself as much as you can. Each person is growing their soul garden this weekend. And if people ask of your time, try to point them to, if you have clients and whatnot, try to point them back to their soul garden, let them grow. Because this isn't a learning weekend. This is a plant and grow weekend. So is today. We have a new era around the corner, and very quickly you're going to find that your life starts growing and growing and growing. So I just want you to know that it's a very quiet day today, and it's a very quiet weekend, and it turns into a very spiritual time. But this is really a quiet before some extreme growth. And the astro citation is Jupiter direct, which will be May 10th. So come around Mother's Day, everything starts moving forward very fast. So this is your time to get at peace with yourself. This is your time to protect your investments. This is the time to let your new samplings of yourself, your new sprouts, have the opportunity to have life and just not be trampled on. That means inside of yourself you have to be conscientious of the parts of yourself you're trying to protect, be conscientious of the parts of yourself you're trying to let go, and always completely compassionate, non-judgmental, self-forgiving. So 3 things I want to leave you with. Grow your soul garden this weekend with love. Grow all these new sprouts of yourself with love and all these new expressions of yourself with love. Grow your soul garden with love. Feel the big picture as you're growing yourself with love. So if things are painful or transition is hard, feel the big picture. Put yourself at Disneyland. Put yourself at the vacation. Put yourself where you're going, where you belong. Allow yourself to detach from that pain right now because we want your sprouts to grow. And lastly, protect your sprouts. Protect your sprouts. Don't let people stand on them. Don't let people talk you out of them. Don't let people trample on them. Protect the little versions of you that are growing and give them a great chance to live. All right, my friends. So grateful to be of soul service. So grateful you come back. Tell your friends that they can come have a conscious meal every day in the morning with Namaste today. I'm grateful to be of soul service. For those who are serious about their joy and subscribers, click the button below to move on to your daily Zen. For all else, I will see you on Monday with more. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.